Hello, everybody. Cello Nation Live. This is number 2. This is class number 2 for Americana Cello in Cello Nation Live. So every Wednesday at 11, we do these classes. Not every Wednesday. I take that back. Okay, let me start again. Welcome, everyone, to Americana Cello, class number 2. So we have designated Wednesdays at 11 a.m. PDT where we give these classes, by we I mean me, in Cello Nation Live. So all you have to do is come in and we work on some tunes, okay? I'm structuring it, they go by month, kind of. I'm starting to structure it differently, starting in January. But right now, there is a list of the dates for these Wednesday classes. Joshua has made a beautiful list and he's posted it, or he is posting it. So you'll see all the dates. You see the dates of the Cello Nation Live classes, which are on Wednesdays, but they're not every Wednesday. That's the tricky part, right? And then you'll see the list of the master classes, the free master classes, okay? So these are different free things that I, Marcy Brown, the Cello Guru, will offer you. Please write your name and where you're joining us from in the chat and say hello so I can see who you are. And so I was saying these are some of the free things that I offer. And if you're interested in getting in one of my intensives, which is a 4-session in 1 week class, those are paid opportunities, okay? You can DM me or email me, mar@thecelloguru.com, and I will get you into an intensive when I have time. I also offer the best cello program in the world, which is Total Cello Immersion. That's a 6-month course. And so you can DM me if you're interested in that too. Those are all also opportunities in these classes in Cello Nation. I'm trying to twist people's brain a little bit, and sometimes I work on basics of cello, but not really that much. I like to do mostly improv because I'm kind of catering to, and everybody's welcome, but I'm catering to that intermediate cellist and up who has enough technique to figure out the music theory and start implementing it into your own creative versions of songs that you already love, that you know and love. So that's really fun. For me, I never knew how to do that. Like, I remember being in junior high, loving the popular music, but I played the cello. Cello didn't have anything to do with popular music, I thought. I don't know, no one was doing it, right? Where was 2 cellos when I was in 8th grade? Right? So, but anyway, that's why I like to do these classes. And so let's see who's here. For some reason, I have to comment before I see yours. Hi, Thomas. Thomas and Adrian are here. Okay, cool. All right. As you come in, write your name in there, okay? In the chat. Today is America the Beautiful. People will watch it later. All right. So whoever's here, yay for being here. But people will watch it later. Okay. So I want to we'll work on just the melody for a minute, and then we're going to do some arpeggio work on this, okay? Which is what we do on everything, okay? So if you guys got your chart, everybody watching this later, get your chart out, and we'll see if there's anything difficult in America the Beautiful, okay? Let's see. I can see right now that we need to go up to someplace in bar 9, right? 7, 8, 9. There's an E there, right? So that you can just go into 4th position if you want to, up there like that, right? So that will be, okay, 4th position, right? With your hand against the box, okay? You can just go up there for that and then come back down, all right? You guys ready? Let's just play the melody together. I'm going to do it with metronome. And then we're going to do some arpeggios, okay? Let's see. All right, let's just play it together. 1, 2, 3. while we're playing these. These were really July 4th inspired tunes. Okay, that's a beautiful tune. I noticed a problem spot. So in bar 7, you can get set up for bar 7. The last note of bar 6, you need to hit that D with the second finger. And that will put you in second position. And then the next bar you do 1, 2, 4, oh. You can stay there actually. You can stay there in second position. So bar 7 would be C sharp with 1, 2 on D, and then other string, 2 to 4, okay? Second position for that. Try doing that with second position, okay? You can work on that later. But really all of line 3 can be in second position, okay? So that's the basic melody work that you need to figure this piece out, right? Okay, whoever's in here, write in the chat who you are, because we want to know who's in here and that helps me. Kim says, Americana Cello Jam. This is the chat for this piece. Hi, I was here before 1 p.m. and I see no video online or music playing. I may have a tech issue. Anyone else on? Kim, we are in Cello Nation. If you come in Cello Nation, you should see us. Okay, that was fun. Getting a message from beyond. Okay, America the Beautiful. Now, we want to think about the music theory, right? What key is this in? This key is in, this tune is in what key, guys? How do you know? Look at the beginning of it. This is things that people don't normally think about when you're just reading music, right? Look at the beginning of it. Okay, it says C on top of it. Look at the end of it. Okay, it says C, then G seventh, which means 1 chord, 5 chord. 1, 5, 1, 5. Think this is chord chart stuff. 1, 5. Roman numeral 1, Roman numeral 5. That means C to G, C, D, E, F, G. G is always the turnaround. The 5 chord is your turnaround. It takes you back home. There's always a 5 chord right before the 1 chord, which is home, okay? So at the end of this, it says C and then G. That's 1 and 5, okay? So we are in the key of C. Also, no sharps, no flats, right? But chord charts, here's an important part. They don't have to put, well, actually they do when they write the melody out. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Okay, so the key signature should be in there, and there's no sharps and no flats, okay? So we're going to put a chord on this melody, and then we're going to do a few arpeggios, okay? So the chord, let's learn the C chord and the G chord, okay? They come up all the time. The melody note is going to be a note from the C arpeggio. It's either going to be C, G, C, G, or C, E, or G. Okay, that's always going to be it. So look, the beginning, is that from the arpeggio of the C chord? Yes. Now, none of this matters. This is just something I'm telling you. It makes sense, right, that the note that you're playing is one of the notes in the arpeggio. That first beat is the 5th of the C arpeggio. C, E, G, or Do, Mi, So. So it's starting on the 5th, right? The root is C. Okay? Alright, so now I'm just gonna teach you chords for the C arpeggio and the C chord, okay? So you can use, and these you'll just start using them and you'll get used to them. C, G, G. Because that's your melody note, right? You can do it that way if you like that. That's a C chord when the G is in the melody, all right? Now, here's another way to do it. This is the way I prefer because it's prettier. Just just in first position, grab that fourth finger. It's not comfortable, but it's worth it because it's prettier than doing. But you can do it either way that you like, okay? Bar. Bar your fourth finger, okay? That's a good chord for that one. Now when we go to the second bar, well, let's just practice that first one. Do the pickup and then the bar. Let's do that again. You got a bar right away, right? Ready, go. Okay, you got that one? You might have to practice that a minute. The second one, you can use what? What can you use that's easy for a G chord? Doesn't matter what your melody note is. You've got an open string, right? So let's grab whatever you can grab. If it's an open string, that's great. Yay, open strings, right? So there's your chord. What is a chord? It's just 2 notes, 3 notes, or 4 notes together, okay? And the chord is made up of the notes in the arpeggio, okay? So a G chord, that's a great note to put on it, right? Open G. And then there's a lot, look at your chart, there's lots of G's and there's lots of C's, right? So those are good options. That's the 1 chord and the 5 chord. Now when you get to bar 7, you've got a D chord. That is tricky. If you do the whole chord, you don't have to do that. You can do that if you're at that level, but if not, just play open D with the D. Actually, it's a C sharp. Let's everybody try that. Bar 7, second finger on first finger on C sharp. Who else is in here, guys? Write in the chat if you're in here, okay? And later, write in the chat too, okay? C sharp against a D. Bar 7. Okay, bar 8 has a G chord, right? So you grab it if you can, the root, and you put it with the melody. My guitar teacher calls this a chord melody. You're playing the melody and grabbing a chord note wherever you can. And it makes it sound fuller. So here's the difference in the sound. The opening without anything. Here it is with chords. Sorry. Doing some of the bass part, right? Okay, so why don't we play through this, grab whatever chords you can, okay? If there is a note written above it, that's the bass note. You want to add that if you can, okay? And while you're playing the melody. So it's doing 2 different things at once. You're reading the melody, but you guys know how it goes, and then you're trying to add that bass note. It could also be a note that's in the arpeggio of the chord. It's just basically a note that sounds good against the melody is what we're working on here, right? Okay, you guys ready? We're going to go through level 1. Every time you hit a C, every time it says C above it, hit a C in the root. Like that at the beginning. Or it could be open C and open G. Okay, that's going to make it really beautiful. Okay, that's level 1. Level 2, hit the C's and the G's. Every time you hit a C, you're going to hit the root or this C. Every time there's a C chord. Every time there's a G chord written above, try to add the open G. Okay, you get that? You read the melody note and you add the open string note underneath it for added depth and volume to your playing, okay? And then level 3 is let's add a chord everywhere, okay? So level 1 is just the C chords, try to grab that harmony, the C. Level 2 is add the 1 and the 5. the C chord, and the G chord wherever you can. And if you wipe out, just jump back on, okay? Because this is a very messy study, all right? Okay, level 3, guys, is try to harmonize everywhere that you think you can, all right? And it's a messy study. You're just learning and you're starting where you are. And maybe you have more experience so you can grab more chords like me, right? Like Adrian. Okay, you guys ready? All right, you anonymous people. Let's see if I see anyone else writing. For some reason. That's so funny. It doesn't show me your text unless I write something. That's why I keep writing K. When I write something, all of them come up. Miriam, hi Miriam. Miriam said B. I don't know what B means, Miriam. I missed the strain, sorry. Miriam, tell us where you are. Hi, Son. Hello from Florida, Son. Hi, Son. Hi, Deb. Deb from Alaska. Hello from Alaska. Yeah, so nice. So nice to see you guys. Okay, so we've got our levels. You guys ready? Basically, just get as many chords as you can. If you're overwhelmed by it, just add your C chord. Like that, whenever it comes up, if you can. Okay, you ready? Let's try this. 1, 2, 3. Well, let me put the metronome on, sorry. I'm gonna make it slower. A little bit. So you can think a little bit. 1, 2, 3. Second to last line, we got a G chord, but you can't just play your open G against it, right? So you want to play 2 open strings. I was like, oh, what am I going to play there? Maybe you were too. You can grab 2 strings and you can do it again. This is bar 10, right? G and D. Again. I added an F natural because I just happen to know, we haven't done the arpeggios yet, we'll do those in a minute, but I just happen to know a G7th arpeggio is. So I added that 7th. So the second to the last line, you've got a G chord, then a G chord, then a G7th chord, right? So let's play that. Bar 10 and 11 and 12, okay? 2 open strings you can use with your melody note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 2 open strings. Now a C chord. You can put an E here with your C if you want. That always works. You got 2 open strings. If you want to use all 4 notes. O, O, 1, 2. That's a good chord to use if you have it. So let's play bar 10 again. You can just play 2 notes if you want. 1 to 2 is always a good one for a C chord too, right? Let's try bar 10 and do that line. 3, 4. Open, open. Open, open. Now for the next line, like that, okay? 2 and 2. Let's do it. This one, just put an E in. F again. Open G. Now, the G7th, you can practice that later. The G7th is what's going to turn us around to go back to the melody and start improvising on it, right? So, we're going back to the beginning. No one ever improvises on America the Beautiful, but we're going to do it. Such a beautiful tune. A lot of times tunes are just 1, 5, 1 with a few extra chords in there. This one has 1, the C chord, 5, 7, the G chord, and it's got a little weird thing in there, which is a D chord, D major chord, which is not even in the key of C major. Don't even worry about it. It's going into a different key for a second. That's what pieces do. They go for a second, then they go back home, right? And then the other chord that comes up in here is the F chord, right? So C, D, E, F. It's a 4 chord. 1, 4, 5, 1. C, F, G, 7, C. That comes up all the time, and you're going to recognize it and notice it and start hearing it all the time and seeing it all the time, right? And we use Roman numerals 1, 4, 5, 7, 1 in music when we're talking about the chords to a key, and that works in any key. So if we went and played this in the key of, for example, G, now we're in the key of C. If we played it in the key of G, we'd still be using 1, 4, 5, 1. So it would be G, A, B, C, and D7. 1, 4, 5, 7, 1. So you can play it in any key once you know what the chords are, right? Unless you have perfect pitch, like my daughter, who only will play something in the original key it was written. What? That's insane. All right, so let me see. I was going to tell you something about the chords. Well, you can goof around with the chords and add what you want to, okay? Let's do a few arpeggios in here, okay? Yeah, let's just work on the arpeggios with quarter notes. I recorded this melody a few minutes ago, and okay, so I recorded the melody on my iPhone, voice memos, and I recorded it with the metronome so we can play along with it, okay? Oops, I always do that. Let me see. Okay. The melody's here slowly. You will hear it. We're going to put arpeggios behind it, okay? So let's talk about what the arpeggios are. Root, third, fifth. C, E, G. Right? C, E, G, do, mi, so, right? It's always root, third, fifth, octave. Now, if you don't understand that, you need to figure it out. You need to do some homework. Okay? That's the first one. The G arpeggio is going to be the same thing, starting on the G note. Okay? And you can add the octave if you're there. If there is a seventh, you can add the seventh if you want. G, B, D, F is a G seventh chord, okay? Root, third, fifth, seventh, okay? So let's go through America the Beautiful. If there are 2 chords in the bar, you have to figure out what to do, right? Really, there aren't 2 chords. Well, sometimes there are. If there are 2 chords, you can just do root, 2 of the root of each one. So like in bar 4, C, C, G, G, right? Like that, okay? Let's go through this I just wanted to tell you that in bar 7 there's a D chord, right? Review your arpeggio. Quarter notes, right? Anybody ever heard that? D, F sharp, A, D. Now, if quarter notes is too easy for you, try coming down. You need to push yourself to make it a little bit harder for yourself as we run through these exercises, okay? Or if it's too hard for you, you need to make it easier. You need to meet yourself where you are for this study, okay? Because I can't see you. I'm not one-on-one with you guys. Otherwise, I could help you find that spot. You got to find it for yourself. And you don't feel bad if someone else is better than you at it. That's not helpful to anyone, right? So you just meet yourself where you are and go, oh, I'm going to do that next level, whatever it is, right? Okay. All right. Let me write K in here again because for some reason. Okay, good. Okay. Miriam says B is a part of the G chord, and I said I was in Georgia. Okay, all right. Sorry, Miriam. Miriam's in Georgia. I didn't see that. And B is a part of the G chord. That's right. She's right. That's a third, right? There's your leading tone. April just landed in Atlanta. Yahoo! Yahoo, April. Okay, so now we are going to play through this with arpeggios. Level 1 can be just play the root of the arpeggio. 4 of them per bar, okay? Try to find the root of the chord. It's written above the staff, okay? And then level 2 can be play your 3-note arpeggio. Or you can do it like this. You can do, oh, actually, I think it's better this way. G, G, then C. Okay? If you don't understand what something means, just keep going. Keep looking forward. You'll jump back on. You'll get back on, okay? And level 3 will be adding the 7ths where they come up, right? However you can. See if you can grab that 7th. It's a minor 7th, okay? That's another level in there. Okay, you guys ready? I'm going to put on the metronome part, and we're going to play along with it, and then you're going to let me know how you did, okay? And then we're going to be done because this class is supposed to be shorter. I just can't make it shorter. You guys ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to play for you what you're going to be able to do with these arpeggios, okay? Here's it run through with just arpeggios. Bar 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm just goofing around. But that's what I want you guys to do. Meet yourself where you are, learn the arpeggios, learn them all backwards. Learn them starting from the third, learn them starting from the fifth. Goof around with each little tonality of each part, and you're going to get faster and better at ornamenting just a basic melody. You're going to get much more comfortable with it. Okay, guys? I hope this lesson has helped you a little bit. It doesn't mean you have to understand it all. It just means starting to think about it and work on it from a different way than just reading every note the same way every time. It gets old. It's beautiful music, but we want to start to have our own personality, put our own unique rendition into place, okay? Yay! All right, so let me know how you did, and I'm going to go over and out. I have another student happening. We're going to do this again next week. Next week we'll do Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, and this one. We'll just play through them and goof around with them. You guys can ask any questions you have, okay? I would love it if you would make your own rendition of America the Beautiful and post it in Cello Nation, right? And maybe you're not there yet. That's okay too. You could even just play the melody. It doesn't have to be a Beethoven symphony to post it for others, because we enjoy watching each other's journey. And so we see you play, and then maybe next month we see people that go, oh, wow, you really changed. You really added this or you added that. It's a journey, right? So that's what I want you guys to celebrate. And we're going to celebrate for each and every one of you, wherever you are. All right? Okay, cool. And don't be shy to write your name in the chat, guys. If you're watching this later, please post comments. If you got something from it, post something that you would like me to work on with you guys. Also, post... I forgot what I was going to say. Post whatever you want to post, okay? All right, guys. I will see you next week with the combined America the Beautiful and Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, okay? Okay. Bye, guys. See you later.